So pause if you need to look at the code on screen for a moment, because I was doing some literal, well, figurative spaghetti in the last hour or so, because primarily there are a lot of bugs, and the last episode showed this too. So I'm highlighting this item with a lot of basically pseudocode. This is not the real code, but this is. So I forgot to translate this, and this happened at least a few times, because I think there was also a bottle of milk that was not working. It's because for some reason when I went through replacing the words on a batch, I did a batch replace, and it didn't work as well as I expected. So, as I transition back here, yeah, all I have to say is that comb through your lines of code, and even if you don't want to be thorough, at least give a skim through and just make sure things look on the up and up. So to get Azal Fatalist 3 custom mysteries. We'll switch to mysteries next episode, and whether this character gets to play again, you know what? I'm actually going to fix something really quickly. So I just realized that I'm already doing spaghetti, but we're just going to fix it here. That way I don't have to do another recording. But I could make a cut, choosing not to, because all I'm doing is that, and if for nothing else, I've mentioned this before, but I've shown you kind of what can happen when you update Ito files as they happen. I forgot my backstory, by the way, but it's fine. I know we have Azal. I'm just going to say ill-fated because I don't know why, but we should start with the saucepan, and if we don't, we'll play with the saucepan again and do 2 episodes. Not so bad. But basically, I just edited an Ito file and then reloaded the game. And so what that does is that as we get into Azal ill-fated custom character, we start with the saucepan, which is not what happened basically minutes earlier when I finished the recording and I realized I did not do things correctly. Second mystery, knowledge, or messed up a recording. Taxi, sunlight, strength, charisma. And so what I was saying at the very beginning of the video basically is that I did not translate everything properly. Hopefully there's less, but I would probably still comb through lines of code again and again and again, at least 2 more times before I would ever think about releasing this publicly, if I wanted to. So, and I mentioned that very specifically because, again, to repeat, I don't often like to release things without a creator's permission. Usually I try to reach out, and the times I don't is because a creator, whether it's a game, DLC, mods, custom content in World of War, they specifically mention somewhere that they don't mind things being used. So, Akamanto, Sailors, Festival, actually we have to do custom mysteries. So Postal, Sailors, Festival, Rider, and Taxi. Although the recording that I failed in would have been nice to show, because in that recording I had 5 boss mysteries in a row. So, and one of them was not even Taxi. So yeah, Rider, so Postal, Taxi, Sailors technically, but we're going to take care of that. So I guess we take, we take Rider now. We'll save Sailors for last. And for, if nothing else, your occasional advice that I've said again, but we'll mention it in case anyone's new, is that I'd like taking Sailor last, because if you have your timeline on random, I like to hold out to try and get more items. And in the case of this character, she will be picking up a lot of items. So yeah, we're also going to be try making the bento, but if you don't make it, then yeah. And then the only other thing to remind myself of is that we need to remember to enter the competition, because in the last recording I also missed the competition, and it was a test run where yeah, you want experience to level up and get stats. This character, she only needs 2 dexterity, 1 charisma minimum to be consistent in Zectast, and when I say consistent, I mean Doom. When your Doom hits 84, you don't want any of your stats to hit 0 or less for characters that start with like 1 or a 2 or even 1 in a stat. Old gods forbid. So, 2 turns left. We should have enough funds. We don't have any other ingredients though, so I might actually tree for funds here. And to also note, having both the saucepan and the clam knife is very powerful in my opinion. Now that doesn't mean you can't make mistakes, but you will be able to make steaks, potatoes, and or mashed dishes and hot pot very, very consistently. Also, I need to check again because I nearly forgot. If we have, we have 4 funds. This is more than enough to do stuff. I don't remember where I can use taiyaki. I think it's primarily for bentos. You can probably use it in the competition as well. But let's find out. So, let's enter this competition and see. And again, if this is your first video seeing this character, in English at least, then I'm just going to say Hotpot for now. Then yeah, this character has this event that she uses as her main mechanic. You can do it once per mystery, and you essentially get funds, experience at the bare minimum, usually, unless you enter with nothing. And you don't want to do that, because all you end up doing is losing experience. But you get goodies at the end here, depending on what you decide to do. That being said, I think let's gather ingredients. Do I want to fight something? Let's go hunting, why not? I have not shown you what the hunting looks like, and these are all placeholders, or lack of placeholders, or, yeah, placeholders, because obviously there's supposed to be art of the events, the items and whatnot, but obviously, again, they're all placeholder temporary measures, so that you can at least get the base things working. I've mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. I would highly suggest getting your mod functional. If you primarily work with art and you decide to make art first, feel free to do so. That is by far actually what I would prefer. But if you don't have as much artistic ability, then yeah, get your thing functional, whether it's a character, event, mystery, or a pack, or like a character with mysteries and events or mechanics. Then you can work on the art, because boy oh boy, this mod has a lot of art. So, oh, I need reporter's bag, by the way. This is very painful without things, and our meat spoils a little. That's fine. We actually should have taken out the long pig steak instead, but I think... Is this enough for bento? It is! Hey, it's a bento. So, we get 1 to 2 stamina. I think I'm missing a space in between these. But, yeah, if I use this, I can now get healing. Do I want the healing? I guess we can. And the reason I say that is because we have enough funds for another competition, so it's fine for the moment. Charisma, or that's right, we're on ill-fated, so sadness happens. I think we'll be okay here, right? This is writer? Writer, question mark? Writer? We'll do our best. I'm actually gonna lose funds here, and let's hope for the best. I don't think there's any... Yeah, I'm not planning to equip this saucepan, because I just want bentos, because I want to feel cool. Now, if I really wanted to be a bit more efficient, as of right now, I think equipping the saucepan is better for consistency, and the reason I say that is because it mitigates damage, as opposed to the bento, where you're using up ingredients, and you might not necessarily need... Well, you want the ingredients for the competition, and the double whammy is that stamina is usually less desired on Harbinger of Doom difficulty. Again, that is from my, if nothing else, personal bias, that I feel like World of War, even with all the custom content I'm losing more reason. Postal taxi, by the way. You know what? Let's take taxi first, because we can get a pack of cigarettes. Oh, that's right. We're on Azal. And sadness. I feel like I could have leveled up beforehand. Well, hey. Until Quick Shopper affects this character's events, although that might be a bit too powerful on a non-Harbinger difficulty, because it... You know what? We're just going to take it just to be cool. I might need another pack of cigarettes anyway, so... For the nicotine rush buff. Anyway... Let's do this. I'm pretty sure you don't need to hit that, but I just do it to be consistent. So off we go. We'll use the bento. We're losing stamina at the moment, so even as I just talked about how not great the bento seems to be, it's still going to be useful. It's not like you'll never run into more than a handful of situations. So by that I mean you will be running into a handful of situations or more in which your stamina is low and you could just lose the stamina. But for the most part, I think stamina is less of a concern than Doom and Reason. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I think Snake Mine is strength for max stamina, right? That's a saucepan. That was not what I wanted to take out. They both start with the letter S, and my mind did a thing. So... yeah, let's get a point in strength, and yeah, let's move on. Before the end, though, we do want to take out these handcuffs, because I'm probably just going to... you know what? No, because I think, funny enough, the taxi fight against the taxis is a human encounter. I'm not saying that as a, like, funny, they're humans, but, I mean, you are fighting humans, but just that they're in taxis, so... We'll let them ramble. I think you get experience, question mark? Yeah. 15 experience for 2 Doom, but then you might run into an encounter here, so... Actually, we'll store the long pig steak for the moment. Because if you get ingredients here, we don't want them to spoil. You get more out of non-spoiled ingredients on average, in general, with this character. So, here's my reminder that I'm using the clam knife, so I actually need to do this sequence of actions. We're going to take a bit of Doom here, but it's fine for the moment. Because this 3 bonus damage, even though we're losing... I think we lost like a point of damage, but it's still fine, because we still get a lot of damage done. So... yeah, and the clam knife, I think I prefer it over the slicer knife. I don't remember what else the slice... Oh, the slicer knife, its main mechanic is to basically freshen up other ingredients. They both cost things to kind of correct them, but let's try to sharpen the blade. Oh, that's right. I think I bugged it out. So we'll just wait till the end of the mystery. It's fine. Either way, it's kind of fine. I may lose a little bit, but it's still fine, I promise you. So, grab a cigarette. Hopefully we didn't miss the competition. And we're just going to use our steak. So, I think we barely go break even. Because we gain 10 experience, we lose 10 experience, but we get 2 funds at the end here. And the most important part is you can make it all up by getting experience on research, cooking practice, or gathering more ingredients, which... What do we have again? I'm just going to grab the holy candle here. I just started grabbing the holy candle here. It's not always going to be the choice, but I'm picking it at the moment. And yeah, we'll see what else we need. I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. I guess we'll find out. So... As we run to a vampire enemy, this is funny enough is going to get us an interesting ingredient. My question is whether or not we're going to escape this encounter at all. So, 14 sadness. We brace to be sure here, and we'll go for a strong. Please hit the strong. 92% means, or 75% means absolutely nothing. By the way, sure we can just burn the cigarettes now. We'll even burn the bento now. And we'll do the Desperate Struggle turn now. So, hopefully we heal too. If we don't, I'm going to be sad. Okay, good. And could have done other stuff, but I think that's better for us because we can do this. Now, we could have missed that, but it's fine. We instead got a piece of Vampire Heart. But if we don't run into a vampire enemy, meh. So, taiyaki, I think we just have to eat this. As much as I don't want to. If we don't, sadness happens. So, we're going to rest a few times as well, because we don't have enough to survive. So there goes my restless bonus. And if my restless bonus goes, we're just going to rest up and see what we can do with our life. So, off we go. We do have a thread of fate as well. I just moused over. So, let's actually do this. I assume, because I haven't really paid attention to Taxi's mechanics here for the gun, I assume the gun essentially just allows, mainly, it probably does other things as well, but it allows you to avoid a stat check somewhere. But sadness happens, so we just crash and we don't fight anything, so because I made decisions of my life. We also lost more experience again, because maybe I could have leveled up again, question mark? Well, if nothing else, Azal is going to be the death of me this run, literally and figuratively. So, off we go. Yeah, we had the empty bottle. I was like, I feel like I could have filled an empty bottle there. It's too late. Postal. We have a torn muscle. We do want to get rid of that, but we can't do anything with our lives. Did we already use the funds here? No. So, we get paranoia, but that's fine, because the torn muscle is by far worse. So, I mean, you can survive with it. It's just, I prefer not to have it. And away we go. Keeping in mind that Azal here is gonna, yeah, funny enough, I would have liked, well, one, I'd like to level up right now, and then right afterward, I would like to get the Mind Wipe Curse. That would allow me to actually decrease Doom. Until it doesn't. That technically is a, if I wanted to be a bit more, if I wanted to make the Harbinger of Doom difficulty more difficult, yeah, you would essentially, so if you didn't know, if you get the Mind Wipe Curse, which decreases your experience by 100, and you go down to, and you can get negative experience, Azal will decrease Doom through that. That's a funny little interaction that, I mean, you could leave, but, the developer could leave, but, eh. So, we actually do need to level up here, so I would like to enter the competition. So again, out of funds, they're actually doing us some work, because as much as we lose 3 reason or 3 stamina, that's well worth the experience and the funds you get, because you also get funds. If you don't use funds, yeah, sure, it's probably a bit more worrisome, but yeah, we'll find out. Let me inspect this heart just to make sure what we can use it for. Mummified heart when making hot pot. So, I almost accidentally investigated. So let's make the hot pot, and we have the funds and the ingredients. So, use our funds up. We'll get those funds back when we complete the competition. And let's level up now. And here's hoping I get Mind Wipe, funny enough. So, I could heal stamina there. I'm just taking strength so I can brace more. I think the clam knife is oh no, it's a strength weapon. Never mind. Alright, that's a double plus for this clam knife, because I think the slicer knife is knowledge. But, cooking practice into a holy candle, and let's try to lower doom because Azal exists. I forgot to do a thing there. So 2 stamina for 3 doom, don't mind if I do, and we get a lump of flesh as well. So we'll be ready for the next competition. What I won't be ready for is the fact that I'm gonna run out of cigarettes, and my doom might still just shoot up through the roof. So yeah. Yeah, again, failing on that event is actually good for you because you'll heal reason. If not, fight against the reason penalty, answer the phone. I don't remember which is which. But slam the cover shut. We're gonna fail because ill-fated. So I guess we do just fight this dude. If he is a human enemy, I think we just thread of fate. This is probably going to be better for us. Yeah, we lose like 4 or 5 reason, but it's better for us. And in fact, we still get ingredients from that. That's interesting. But anyway, roads closed, so oof. And then all of this experience means Azal pain. So definitely want a holy candle during the competitions. We have 2 mysteries left, by the way. So oh, never mind. We're in festival right now. We cannot do the competition. And even if we could, we might actually run out of investigations before the end here. So look for friends. Don't take any more doom if we can help it. Might actually want to equip the saucepan because we're not going to be able to make a bento. So let's equip the saucepan to mitigate damage and open up an inventory space. -3 stamina, +1 knowledge, plus a spell. We'll see. We're about to run out of cigarettes, so yeah. Yeah, I think stop the ritual is the thing. Nope, it was actually the right side. I'm confusing that with another event. Usually I pick the right side. I swear it was a doom decrease, but whoopsie doopsie. That did not have a stat check. I keep forgetting I'm also on ill-fated, but get away. You know what? Yeah, let's just burn the stamina here. So what did we get? Yeah, I was gonna say because we could get expel evil, perfect for us, but we also need the stamina to use it. So hey. We do need to also level up. Oh my sweet goodness, the damage, by the way. So, never mind. I guess we just die. So, yeah. Yeah, it's painful. But, I think it's actually better to run away here, funny enough. So, at the end of this... Do we level up at the end of here? Or do we just die? We might just die here for this. So, had a cough. Then I coughed again. So, I really hope we're in Timeline B, funny enough, because we need to fight this. I still think we're going to lose this run, but we'll do our best. So, oh, we can't even fit that. Never mind. All right. Well, then we definitely do an Expel Evil regardless, because we're not taking damage anyway. I think I should actually just... No, because we need the experience, yeah, because Azal's going to doom us out, so... Now, the unfortunate part of that is that I think we still take a bunch of doom damage. Yeah. So what are our Azal rules? Item in inventory, which we have a bunch of, so whoopsie doopsie. But we can't get rid of the cookbook. I think that counts towards my inventory as well. So, yeah, a bit troublesome for this character on Azal, but... Oh, that doesn't give me experience at all. Okay, we just doom out. Alright, cool. Good thing to know. Alright, yeah, I think... With certain Azal configurations, this character is still great. It's just that Azal, there are some disadvantages. I'm not gonna say she does badly on Azal, but boy, oh boy, was that a mystery. So, without further ado, maybe I should have taken Festival last. But yeah, Azal things. I'll see you in the next episode. We'll play this character one more time. I swear I'm not gonna do it anymore.